Hello, America. My name is Rebecca Schleimer, and I will be presenting the special broadcast news report for this evening. Tonight, we will talk about the Egyptian Revolution and what is happening as we speak in Egypt. We also have special guest Jillian Michaels from The Biggest Loser, who is going to share some tips on how to lose weight. It all begins right now on Worldwide News. Currently, tens of thousands of Egyptian citizens are rioting in the streets of Cairo. This is their reaction to the end of military government. But in order to know more about what is currently going on in Egypt, we must first know about what recently happened. The Egyptian Revolution of 2011 began when the Egyptians noticed the growing power of their president, Hosni Mubarak, and feared he was going to have absolute power. The first protest took place on January 23, 2011. In order to control the information flow throughout Egypt, Mubarak shut down the internet on the 27th. He later claimed that he would replace the former Egyptian government with a new one that consisted of more government control. Anonymous users arranged a way for Egyptians to communicate amongst themselves. Hillary Clinton later put diplomatic pressures on Mubarak, saying that the government had to transition to democracy or else. Eventually, Mubarak gave in to the pressures, but still decided to run for re-election. In response to Mubarak's plans of being re-elected, labor strikes and riots broke out amongst the Egyptian citizens. These riots became ugly and violent, eventually forcing Mubarak to step down. So what is happening in Egypt now? We will talk about that after the break. Come here, Fifi, come on.
Do you have continuous troubles training your dog?
Yes.
Does he or she ever listen to your commands?
Never.
Then you need Egypt Train, the all-new fortified dog training system. With Egypt Train, your dog will listen to your every command, which will make the training process so much easier.
Come on, Fiona. Here. Go get it.
You will no longer have to use squeaky toys or dog treats. All you need is Egypt Train.
Let's go, Fiona. Let's go have fun.
To order now, call 1-800-740-3287 or visit our website www.egypttrain.com.
Welcome back, America. Before the break, we discussed the Egyptian Revolution that occurred in 2011. Now we're going to talk about what is happening right now in Egypt. To get a better look at the activity, we sent Nicole, a news reporter on our show, to Egypt. And now she's going to show us what the revolution in the country is really like. Nicole?
Thanks, Rebecca. I'll show you a preview of just how violent this revolution is in a second, but first some background info. After Hosni Mubarak stepped down in 2011, Ali al-Semi, the Deputy Prime Minister of Egypt, began to put in place documents that would become the new constitution of Egypt. This constitution would guarantee the military-wide powers. The Supreme Council of Armed Forces, otherwise known as the SCAF, would be in charge of the constitutional legitimacy. In other words, they would be in charge of all political matters. Many people, especially liberals, supported the idea of this new constitution being put in place. This is mainly because it had the potential to guarantee rights to minorities in Egypt. However, the majority of Egyptians oppose this new constitution because of the belief that such military power is undemocratic. Anyway, this eventually led to disputes, protests, and later violences. Let's take a look at what's going on in the streets right now. As you can see, these riots are very violent and dangerous. Let's just hope that this revolution ends before it causes too much damage to the country. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Nicole, for that special update. Working at Worldwide News, my colleagues and I see and report conflicts like this very often. It is just a reminder of how lucky we are to live in this great country called America. Sadly, we are out of time. Tune in next week for an update on how the new search for a pope is going and how to adopt a puppy. Thank you and good night.